Nishu, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Where are others? Just call them if you know anyone to join the call.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. And your laptop issue is resolved or not?
यस सर हो गया.
हो गया?
यस
Good.
सर फाइल भी बन गई है जो आप कल दिए थे.
अच्छा अच्छा.
यस सर.
ग्रेट ग्रेट. प्लीज चेक करो आप सब ज्वाइन करें कॉल. हेलो ऑल, गुड मॉर्निंग. शिवम आदित्य.
सर
चेक करिए, सबसे ज्वाइन करने के लिए सबको बोलिए. We can wait 5 more minutes, then we will start. By the time, please connect with your other friends and ask them to join. Friends, we will start at 10:40. I'm switching to another call for 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'll back. Please stay on the call and ask others also who has not joined to join the call. We'll continue from 10:40. Everyone, good morning all. So let's start. Shivam, you can share your screen. Hello, am I audible to all?
Yes, sir,
Adit.
you are audible.
Okay. Yes, Shivam. Uh, can you please share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Shivam, Shivam. Yeah, so open W3 school, maths, maths essential. Yes, yes, this first one, math essential. Yeah, so here we will run the basic concept of mathematics and which is used in the machine learning. So as we are already know these basic concept, we have already learned in our in your engineering or in 11th, 12th. So we just need to implement the application how we do how we apply this concept into the machine learning. So we will learn this in ML mathematics. So just scroll up, Shivam. We have covered this machine learning or we have not? I think yes,
Yes, sir. Tomorrow we have covered some
yes,
topics.
yes. Yesterday we have covered.
Yes, sir.
Till where we have covered yesterday? Uh, can anyone check?
In
Matt.
machine learning, we were doing confusion matrix.
Okay. Still there are some topics which we need to cover, right?
So,
Confusion matrix we have covered. Then there is other thing also. Yeah. I asked to we will not cover Python DSA. Yes, but we have to cover these things before starting the maths essential. So let's start from here. From hierarchical clustering. So Shivam, let's start from you. Just you, please go ahead.
hierarchical clustering. Hierarchical clustering is an unsupervised learning method for clustering data points. The algorithm builds clusters by measuring the dissimilarities between data. Unsupervised learning means that a model does not have to be trained and we do not need a target variable. This method can be used on any data to visualize and interpret the relationship between individual data points. So here we will use hierarchical clustering to group data points and visualize the clusters using both dendrogram and scatter plot. So how does it work basically? We will use agglomerative clustering, a type of hierarchical clustering that follows a bottom-up approach. We begin by treating each data point as its own cluster. Then we join clusters together that have the shortest distance between them to create larger cluster. This step is repeated until one large cluster is formed containing all of the data points. Hierarchical clustering requires us to decide on both a distance, a linkage method. We will use Euclidean distance and the word linkage method, which attempts to minimize the variance between clusters. So start by visualizing some data points. So you can see the output here. Now compute the word linkage using Euclidean distance and visualize it using a dendrogram. So you can see the diagram here. So basically, a dendrogram is a tree-like diagram that is used to define the arrangement of clusters. So here we do the same thing with Python skitlearn library, then visualize on a two-dimensional plots. So here we are importing the agglomerative clustering module. So basically, we will get the output as like this. Don't know why the code is not. So first we will have to import the all the modules. So firstly we will import the NumPy, then Matplotlib, then SciPy cluster hierarchy, and then skitlearn cluster, and then we again import agglomerative clustering module in it. So we can learn all the module from its tutorial. NumPy is a library for working with arrays and matrices in Python. You can learn about the NumPy module. Skitlearning is a popular library for machine learning. So create arrays that resemble two variables in a dataset. Note that while we only use two variables here, this method will work with any number of variables. So here we have X and Y. So turn the dataset into a set of points. Then we will get the result like this. And then we will link the data. And using the plot.show method, we will just plot the points and we will get the output as like this. Logistic regression. Logistic regression aims to solve classification problems. It does this by predicting categorical outcomes.
Excuse me,
Yes,
Shivam.
yes, sir.
Shivam, you have to run that executed in the code in the VS Code.
Yes, sir. I have tried to run it, but it is showing some error.
What error?
That's uh, let me show you.
Any error if you miss if any error is come, then you need to note it down in a separate file. Okay, that this is the code we have run and executed, and it is showing some error. So along with the error, we will address it later on. Don't
Yes, sir. I will try to solve it later. What is the problem? Basically, it is saying that
what is
in
it is saying?
agglomerative clustering, we got an
Hmm.
unexpected keyword argument affinity.
Affinity. Yeah, affinity is equal to here it is mentioned. Ingredient. Unexpected keyword argument affinity. So we need to it is not defined affinity here.
Simply here it is written and it is not defining it.
Try to resolve it uh, using chat GPT or something.
Yes,
Ask
sir.
from chat GPT what it is saying. Everyone, if you face any issue or any error, try to resolve it at your end. I expect everyone to do the same, run the same code at your end, and if you face any issue, any error is coming, try to resolve it your own. Okay, don't let any issue unattended. Please try to resolve it, and if it is not, if you're not able to resolve it at this time, note it down somewhere and document it properly. We will address it later on.
Because in skitlearn version 1.2 and above, the affinity parameter has been depreciated and replaced by metric.
Okay, see, we will get the solution. Try with metric, replace it.
Sir, we got the output.
Great. See, you will get the solution. Okay, so try using this and this way only. Okay.
Yes, sir. Logistic regression aims to solve classification problem. It does this by predicting categorical outcome, unlike linear regression that predicts a continuous outcome. It is in the simplest case, there are two outcomes, which is called binomial, an example of which is predicting if a tumor is malignant or benign. Other cases have more than two outcomes to classify. In this case, it is called multinomial. A common example for multinomial logistic regression would be predicting the class of an iris flower between three different species. Here we will be using basic logistic regression to predict a binomial variable. This means it has only two possible outcomes. So how does it work? Basically, in Python, we have module that will do the work for us. Start by importing the NumPy module, store the independent variable in X, dependent variable in Y, and below is the given sample dataset. So in X, we store the independent variable, and in Y, we store the dependent variable. We will use a method of skitlearn module. So we will have to import the module as well. So here we import the module. From skitlearn, we have import the linear module. From the skitlearn module, we will use the logistic regression method to create a logistic regression object. This object has a method called fit, which takes the independent and dependent values as parameter and fills the regression object with data that describe the relationship. So now we have a logistic regression object that is ready to whether a tumor is cancerous based on the tumor size. So we are trying to check whether a tumor is cancerous based on the basis of the size of the tumor. Predict if tumor is cancerous where the size is 3.46 mm. So predicted using the logistic logistic regression. We are just trying to find out. Try. So we get the output as 0. So the result will be 0. We have predicted that a tumor with a size 3.66 mm will not be cancerous. Coefficient. In logistic regression, the coefficient is the expected change in log odds of having the outcome per unit change in X. This does not have the most intuitive understanding, so let us see it to create something that makes more sense. See the whole example in action. Import NumPy from skitlearn, import linear model, reshape for linear logistic function. So here we in X we have written the independent dataset, and in the Y we have written the dependent datasets. So using logistic regression method, we just basically using the fit method, we takes the independent and dependent value as parameter and fills the regression object here. And then we have print the predicted output. Here also, we have print the odds here. So let's try it. So we get our output as 4.03. So this tells us that as the size of a tumor increases by 1 meter, the odds of being a cancerous tumor increases by 4x. Probability. The coefficient and intercept value can be used to find the probability that each tumor is cancerous. Create a function that uses the model's coefficient and intercept value to return a new value. This new value represents probability that the given observation is a tumor. So we have this function here. Let's see its explanation. To find the log odds of each observation, we must first create a formula that looks similar to the one from linear regression, extracting the coefficient and the intercept. So here we have find the log odds for each and every observations and created a formula. Then convert the log odds to odds. We must exponentiate the log odds. Exponentiate the log odds. So we have used the exponential function here. Now that we have the odds, we can convert it to probability by dividing it by 1 plus the odds. So by dividing it 1 plus the odds, we get the probability. Let us now use the function with what we have learned to find out the probability that each tumor is cancerous. So let's see what we get the output. You can see the output, the data we have fetched here, given here. So basically, what does this result mean? The result mean that 3.78 to 0.61, the probability that a tumor with a size 3.78 is cancerous is 61%, and the tumor of size 2.44 is cancerous is 19%, and 2.09 is cancerous at 13%. Grid search. The majority of machine learning model contain parameters that can be adjusted to vary how the model learns. For example, the logistic regression model from skitlearn has a parameter C that control regularization, which affects the complexity of the model. Basically, grid search is a type of parameter which used to find the best combination of patterns for a model to maximize the performance. So it contains parameters which can be adjusted to vary how the model learns. So how can we pick the best value for C? The best value is dependent on the data used to train the model. So how does it work? Basically, one method is to try out different value and then pick the value that gives the best score. This technique is known as a grid search. If we had to select the values for two or more parameters, we would evaluate all combination of the sets of values, thus forming a grid of values. Before we get into the example, it is good to know what the parameter we are changing does. So higher values of C tell the model the training data resembles real world information. Uh, Place a greater weight on the training data while lower values of C do not do the opposite. Using default parameters. First, let's see what kind of result we can generate through a grid search using only the base parameter. To get started, we must first load in the dataset we will be working with. So first we will import the datasets from skitlearn. Then we will use the dataset to load iris method. Next, in order to create the model, we must have a set of independent variable and dependent variable. So the iris data is containing the independent variable and the target data is containing the dependent variable. Now we will load the logistic model for classifying the iris flowers. So we have in skitlearn linear model, we have import the module logistic regression. Now we will create the model setting max iteration to a higher value to ensure that the model finds a result. So keeping in mind the default value for C in logistic regression model is 1. We will compare this later. In the given example below, we look at the iris dataset and try to train a model with varying values of for C in logistic regression. So we are using the max iteration till 10,000. After we create the model, we must fit the model to the data. So we have used the fit method. To evaluate the model, we run the score method. So we will run the score method to evaluate the model and get the output. So let's so we get the logistic regression max iteration is till 10,000 and we get the output as 0.973. So with the default setting of C is equals to 1, we achieved a score of 0.973. Let's see if we can do any better by implementing a grid search with different value of 0.973. Now we will implement grid search. We will follow the same steps of before, except this time we will set a range of values for C. Knowing which values to set for the search parameter, we take a combination of domain knowledge and practice. Since the default value for C is 1, we will set a range of values surrounding it. So here we are going to set some range of values. Next, we will create a for loop to change out the values of C and evaluate the model with each change. Then we will create an empty list to store the score within. So we will use a empty list here, which name is score, and we will store our output, store our score here. So to change the values of C, we must loop over the range of values and update the parameter each time. So setting the parameter C is equals to choice, and we are just append the data and keeps on updating the parameters. With the score stored in a list, we can evaluate the best choice of C. So let's just get the output as in a form of list. So we can say that the lower values of C perform worse than the base parameter of 1. However, as we increase the value of C to 1.75, the model experienced increased accuracy. Let me show you the servers again. So note on best premises, we score the logistic regression model by using the same data that was used to train it. If the model corresponds too closely to the data, it may not be great at predicting unseen data. This statistical error is known as overfitting. To avoid being misled by the scores of the training data, we can put aside a portion of our data and use it specifically for the purpose of testing the model. Refer to the lectures on train test splitting to avoid being misled and overfitting. Categorical data, when your data has categories represented by string, it will be difficult to use them to train machine learning models, which often only accept numeric data. Instead of ignoring the categorical data and excluding the information from our model, you can transform the data so it can be used in our models. So let us take a look at the table. It is the same data set that we used in our multiple regression chapter. So we have used this data earlier also in multiple regression here basically. So in the multiple regression chapter, we're trying to predict the CO2 emitted based on the volume of the engine and the weight of the car, but we excluded information about the car brand and model. So to predict the CO2 which is emitted, we just based on the volume of the engine and the weight of the car, but we have excluded the information about the car model and brand. The information about the car brand or the car model might help us to take a better prediction of CO2 emitted. On hot encoding, we cannot make use of the car or model column in our data since they are not numeric. A linear relationship between a categorical variable car or model and a numeric variable CO2 cannot be determined. To fix this issue, we must have a numeric representation of the categorical value. One way to do this is to have a column representing each group in the category. For each column, the values will be 1 or 0, where 1 represents the inclusion of the group and 0 represent the exclusion. This transformation is called one-hot encoding. You do not have to do this manually. The Python Panda module have a function that called get dummies, which does one-hot encoding. So one-hot encoding in the car column. So let's just copy the data. Let me check. Am I having the data? Yes. Yes, right. So if I'm using this, the output I get is this. For 0, for 1, for 2, for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, till lot of data has been given till 35. We are getting the values. So what is this? Basically, here it is the result it is showing. The 0 represents the false and 1 represents the true. So a column was created for every car brand in the car column. Predict CO2, we can use this additional information alongside the volume and weight to predict CO2. To combine the information, we can use the concatenation function from pandas. First, we will need to import a couple modules. We will start with importing the pandas. So first we will import the pandas file. Then the panda module allow us to read the CSV file and manipulate data frame object. It also allows to create a dummy variable. Then we must select the independent variable X and then dummy variable column wise. Also store the dependent variable in Y. So Y is used to store the dependent variable and X is used to store the independent variable. We also need to import a method from skitlearn to create a linear model. So we use the skitlearn to import the linear model module. Now we will fit the data to a linear regression. Here we fit the X and Y data. Finally, we can predict the CO2 emission based on the car weight, volume, and manufacturers. So now we will predict the data. So the data we have given is here. Okay. So we get our output as this 122.45. So this is the CO2 emission rate. Now we have a coefficient for the volume, the weight, and each car brand in the dataset. Dummy fine. It is not necessary to create one column for each group in this category. The information can be retained using one column less than the number of groups you have. For example, you have a column representing colors, and in that column, you have two colors, red and blue. So we have the color column, which contain the blue and red. So Here we are just using the data frame. So it is framing the data. Now you can create one column called red, where 1 represents red and 0 represent not red, which means it is blue. To do this, we can use the same function that we use for one hot encoding, get dummies, and then drop one to the column. One of the columns, there is an argument drop first, which allow us to exclude the first column from the resulting table. So here we can see the output. Basically, this 0 and 1 are basically the index, and this 0 and 1 represents that one represents here one column called red, where 1 represents red. So this 1 represents red and 0 represent not red, which means it is blue. So it is representing blue. What if you have more than two groups? How can the multiple groups be represented by by one less column? Let's say we have three colors this time, red, blue, and green. We get dummies. While dropping the first column, we get the following table. So this is the code here. So basically, checking for color green, the 0 index is showing false, then again false, then second index is saying true, means the second index is containing the value green. Similarly for red, then 0th index is telling false, and first index is telling true, means the first index contain the color red, and the index which has contained both false, which means it doesn't contain the green and red color, which means it contains blue color. See the output. K-means is an unsupervised learning method for clustering data points. The algorithm iteratively divides data point into K clusters by minimizing the variance in each cluster. Here we will show you how to estimate the best value for K using the elbow method. Then use K-means clustering to group the data points into cluster. So how does it work basically? First, each data points is randomly assigned to one of the K cluster. Then we compute the centroid of each cluster and reassign each data points to the cluster with the closest centroid. We repeat this process until the cluster assignment for each data points are no longer changing. K means clustering requires us to select K, the number of cluster we want to group the data into. The elbow method lets us graph the inertia and visualize the point at which it starts decreasing linearly. This point is referred to as the elbow and is a good estimate for the best value for K based on our data. So basically, K-mean method is an unsupervised learning algorithm, machine learning algorithm, which is used to group the similar type of data into clusters. So start by visualizing some data points. So here we have X and Y as our data sets. We have imported the matplotlib library. So here we will use the scatter plot and we will get the output as like this. So this is our scatter plot graph. Now we will utilize the elbow method to visualize the inertia for different values of K. So let's check what we get as this. It's just a second. So here we can see the graph. Yes. So this is the graph we have. So basically, the elbow method shows that 2 is a good value for K, basically this point. So we retrain and visualize the result. So import the modules you need. So we need the matplotlib library and skitlearn to import the k-means module. Same here also, we are using the inertias. So using the to find the elbow method, we can see the elbow on the graph above where the inertia become more linear is at k is equals to 2. We can see that we can then fit our k-means algorithm one more time to plot the different cluster assigned to the data. This is the result we have already shown here. Here only. Step aggregation. Basically,
Shivam,
yes, sir.
did you execute it on the
Yes, sir.
yesterday?
Earlier also we have executed it using this p.plot command. Let me show.
Okay, okay, fine. Others also doing parallelly because I can't see anyone don't have any doubts or queries. Are you people doing or you are not doing? Or it is you are able to understand everything? Hello? I'm asking to all of you. Aditya Pal, Aditya Singh, Akash, Ankita, Ashish, Ayush, Gauri, Nishu. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
I am audible to only you,
Yes.
Shivam, or to all others also? No one is replying. Ashish leaving. Ankita is on hold. Gauri, Aditya, are you able to get what Shivam is trying to explain? Please try to be more interactive. If you are if you stay here like this, it won't work. You have to speak up. No one is telling anything. Am I audible to all? Aditya, Aditya Pal, Aditya Singh, Akash Singh, Ankita is on hold. Ayush Rao, Gauri Shankar, Nishu Gautam. Is my voice is coming to all of you? Great, yeah. No one is responding. Shivam, are you understanding?
Yes,
Are you
sir. I
getting
am.
everything?
Yes, sir. I am getting.
Okay. What about others? They are not responding. Are they are not getting, or what is the issue? Or they are not taking the interest? See, what I want to say that this topic is until and unless you will not perform it at your end, it will not create interest. Or all these people have already learned these things. They have a knowledge of all these things. Shivam, you already gone through these topics earlier.
Sir, basically, in the machine learning topics are
Mm-hmm.
there like regression and decision trees. This topic I have learned in our semester in data
Hmm.
mining subject. So
Okay.
basic topics we know in about machine learning, not
But
about the modules we learn about in the Python like Matplotlib or
hmm.
skitlearn or
So these are
SciPy.
the new topic, na? These are the
Yes, sir.
new things. New things are you you are going to learn, right? So
Yes,
I
sir.
don't think that there is any reason that you people are not creating interest in this. Hello, anyone? Am I audible to all? If- Sorry, but this is not a, you are into the professional, you are in corporate right now, okay? If they like this, if you will do, it is very hard to survive in corporate. You have to be speak up, and this is for everyone. Ayush Rao, am I audible to you? Gauri, please don't shy or hesitate. I don't know why you people are not speaking. I'm not here as your professor. I'm here your means that I'm your colleague. Okay, I'm your friend. I'm here to teach you something. Shivam, are you getting everything which is being taught here in the internship? Are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am
And
getting.
and it seems interesting for you. I mean, you are taking interest in this.
Yes, sir.
To do one thing, then discuss with all other people. Okay, so what is the issue? Are they not doing it at their end, or they are not showing interest, or what is the issue? Okay.
Okay, sir.
If this is the response, then how we will finish our final project? I don't know, because final project will be we can here we are only to uh, to give you support. We are not here to do the spoon feeding to all. You are enough mature and able to understand everything. At the last, you people have to do your own. And every internship is in the same way. Even in here, I'm a dedicated employee who, who is assigned to all of you to look after to you what work you are doing, what you are not doing. And if in any other internship, if you will go any somewhere else, they will not going to ask you what you are doing or what you are not doing. It's a fact. And here, if we are spending our time and uh, on you, then try to learn something and try to give your best also. I don't know everyone is listening to me or not. If you people are listening to me, please say yes, no, anything, something. I'm not your
Yes, sir.
professor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
yeah, I'm not your professor. I'm your friend, yeah. Please try to understand. I'm here to help you, to give you some learning. Because the things which is I'm which is being taught here, you will not get anywhere. So please be active, and if in case for any reason if you are not able to perform this activity here, then at least when if you get a time in your home, try to do it or revise it at your home. Okay. I'm not strict here. I am just here to convey you that until and unless you people will not take interest and do the activity, the final project you are not able to complete. In any other organization, if they will charge you for this heavy amount, you will uh, definitely start showing interest. But our motive is to, give some good learning to you all. See full stack batch which is running on. Those people are very proactive. They are continuous. They understand their responsibility. They are doing the things parallelly, and I suppose the same thing from you people also. So please perform this parallelly. Perform whatever codes Shivam is running, executing. Try to understand. If you have any doubt, ask me one time, two time, 100 time. Okay, you will get solution. You have seen just now that Shivam has left, did not execute some code, but I asked them to do it, to search it. He searched in the chat GPT, he got the solution, and that code will run. So this is how we have to, mutually and in like a team. We have to work like a team and act on what is the issue. We have to work on the issue. We have to remediate it. So try to understand it in this way only. In the corporate culture, in this way we will work. If you will stay silent there, definitely it will not going to good for you. So as a friend, as a brother, I am telling this thing to you. So please uh, um, start taking interest in this, start working on it. If you work it, then interest will automatically come. If you don't work on it, you will not get interest in any other subject, any other subject. It's not like AIML, any of the subject. If you don't work, you will not get the interest. So please pay attention and uh, try to work it. Okay. Shivam, please go ahead.
Bagging, which means bootstrap aggregation. Methods such as decision tree can be prone to overfitting on a training set, which can lead to wrong predictions on new data. Bootstrap aggregation is an ensembling method that attempts to resolve overfitting for classification or regression problems. Bagging aims to improve the accuracy and performance of machine learning algorithm. It does this by taking random subsets of an original dataset with replacement and fit either a classifier or regressor to each subset. The prediction for each subset are then aggregated through majority vote for classification or averaging the regression, increasing prediction accuracy. So here we will evaluate a base classifier. To see how bagging can improve model performance, we must start by evaluating how the base classifier performs on the dataset. If you do not know what decision tree are, review the lesson on decision. If you do not know what decision tree are, review the lesson on decision tree before moving forward. As bagging is continuation of the concept, we will be looking to identify different classes of wines to found in skip-learn wines dataset. Let's start by importing the necessary module. So firstly, we will import the dataset module using skitlearn. Then we will import the train test split module using skitlearn model selection. Then accuracy score module and decision tree classifier. All these are inside the skitlearn library. So next we need to load in the data and store it into X means input feature and Y, which is the target. The parameter as frame is set equal to true. So we do not lose the feature names when loading the data. So skitlearn version older than 0.23 must skip the as frame argument as it is not supported. So as the as frame argument is not supported in the version which are older than 0.23, In order to properly evaluate our model or unseen data, we need to split X and Y into train and test sets. For information on splitting data, see the train or test lessons. So as we have imported the here train and test split module, so using this we can just train our data and test it. With our data prepared, we can now instantiate a base classifier and fit it into the training data. So using the decision tree classifier, we use to fit the data using the X and Y parameters. And for result, we use the decision tree classifier, as we now can predict the class of Y unseen test and evaluate the model performance. So let's see, import the necessary data and evaluate base classifier performance. So here we have seen the output that train data accuracy is 1.0 and test data accuracy is 0.82. So the base classifier performs reasonably well on the dataset, achieving 82% accuracy on the test dataset with the current parameters. Different results may occur if you do not have the random state parameter set. So as we have either here fix the random state as 22, so we are getting the parameter, the result as like this, 82% accuracy. If we just change here some values, then we will get to see the change in result also. Let's write here 34. Let's again run it. So here we can see a change in the test data accuracy. Where it is 0.82 means 82%, and here it is now 86.6%. Creating a bagging classifier. For bagging, we need to set the parameter and estimators. This is the number of base classifier that our model is going to aggregate together. For this sample dataset, the number of estimators is relatively low. It is often the case that much larger range are explored. Hyperparameter tuning is usually done with a grid search, but for now we will use a select set of values for the number of estimators. We start by importing the necessary model. So let's now create a range of values that represent the number of estimators we want to use in each ensemble. So to see the bagging classifier perform with differing values of n estimators, we need a way to iterate over the range of values and store the result for each ensemble. To do this, we will create a for loop storing the models and score in separate list for later visualizations. No, the default parameter for the base classifier is bagging classifier is the decision tree classifier. Therefore, we do not need to set it when instantiating the bagging model. With the model and scores stored, we can now visualize the improvement in model performance. So let's run it. Estimator range and scores. Let's check here. I think it's the code. Import the necessary data and evaluate the bagging classifier performance. So let's just copy it. So here we get our output. Here also we can see the result. On the x-axis we have n estimators, and on the y-axis we have score. By iterating through different values for the number of estimators, we can see an increase in model performance from 82.2 to 95.5. After 14 estimators, the accuracy began to drop. Again, if you set a different random state, the value will see you vary. That is why it is best practice to use cross-validation to ensure stable result. In this case, we see a 13.3% increase in accuracy when it becomes to identifying the type of the one. So another form of evaluation. So as bootstrapping chooses random subsets of observation to create classifier, there are observations that are left out in the selection process. These out-of-bag observation can then be used to evaluate the model. Similarly to that of a test set. Keep in mind that out-of-bag estimation can overestimate error in binary classification problem and should only be used as a complement to other metrics. We see in the last exercise that 12 estimators yielded the highest accuracy. So we can use that to create our model, this time setting the parameter oops square or score to true to evaluate the model with out of bag score. Basically, it is out of bag score. Here. Create a model with out of bag matrix. So we get our output as 0.93. Since the sample used in the OOPS and the test set are different and the data set is relatively small, there is a difference in the accuracy. It is rare that they would be exactly the same. Again, OOPS should be used basically, but it's out of bag should be used quick means for estimating error, but is not the only evaluation metric. Generating decision tree from bagging classifier. As was seen in the decision tree lesson, it is possible to graph the decision tree the model created. It is also possible to see the individual decision tree that went into the aggregated classifier. This helps us to gain a more intuitive understanding on how the bagging model arrives at its predictions. Note, this is only functional with smaller datasets where the trees are relatively shallow and narrow, making them easy to visualize. We will need to import plot tree function from skitlearn.tree. The different trees can be graphed by changing the estimator you wish to visualize. So we have to generate decision trees from bagging classifiers. The dot data is not defined. Let's see what is
Check if you are missing any libraries.
So I think all the libraries has been imported. Matplotlib and skitlearn also.
Okay. Take support from ChatGPT. See
Yes, sir.
what they are. Put the that code in the chat also, so others can also try. Everyone, please check where is the issue. Try to resolve it. We have to work uh, in any issue by ourselves only. Okay, so just try to resolve the issue at your end.
Basically, the code is executing successfully, but here it is giving us the binary type of data of the image. As the solution, matlab the output will be like this. So it is not able to
Mm-hmm.
generating the image. That's why it is giving us the binary data of the image. And when I am trying to use plot.show to show the graph, then here it is giving me the warning that figure canvas EGG
Not interactive.
is not interactive and thus cannot be shown.
Just put this in the chat GPT so he can suggest
Yes,
the
sir.
solution for this. Figure canvas segregation.
Yes, sir. It has given
Yeah,
some type of.
see. Yes, yes. It starts showing in the, some kind of figures form.
Disorders. Is the correct. This is the output we have got to see here. So here we can just see the first decision tree that was used to vote on the final prediction. Again, by checking the index of the classifier, we can see each of the trees that have been aggregated. Validation. When adjusting models,
Wait,
we are
Shivam,
aiming.
wait.
Yes.
Now someone else, I want someone else to present.
So,
Nishu, Nishu Adam, Nishu, am I audible to you?
yes, sir.
Hello, are you sure? Okay. Nishu, am I audible to you? Okay, so who will now will want to present the from next? Anyone from your end, or shall I select? Now what I will do, I will daily select any one of you and then ask to present, because in this way it will not work. Your your all of your active presentation is required. This is not your college lecture is going here. This is a corporate internship, and in that you need to be actively involved. So tell who will represent now. Everyone has this VS Code in your system. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So and in that case you can able to execute the code also. So who will come next? Ankita, are you able to share your screen? Ankita?
Yes, sir. I can share,
Yeah,
but
please
I
share.
can't, sir, use laptop.
You have joined to mobile?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? Gauri Shankar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you please share your screen and
Sir, I'm
present it?
also on mobile, sir.
You are also on your mobile. This is actually, again, I'm saying if you are really interested in AML, you have to join this call through your through your This laptop only. Just a minute, I'm getting on call. Okay, so what I'm saying that everyone has to join this call through your laptop only. This is not a lecture call. You have to be actively involved in this, and whatever it is going on in the call, you have to be theory is just to clear your basics, okay? And until and unless you will not do hands-on, it will not clear your basic. So please try
So I'm
to try.
using laptop for coding, but I'm not sharing laptop screen. I can't share.
You can't share.
So because I'm using a phone for meeting, but I'm using a laptop for
Okay,
coding.
okay, got it, got it. Anyone else? Ayush Rao, you joined through mobile or through laptop? These kind of things, is only kill the time. Okay, I have to ask everyone whether you have to come or not. I'm asking last time to all of you one by one. Please let me know who will be available. Aditya Pal, are you able to present the session? Aditya Pal, Aditya Singh, Akash Singh, Ankita is not able to share her screen. Ashish Singh, Ayush Rao, Gauri Shankar. How this will work, yaar? I don't understand. First, understand I am not your professor. I am not here to, to force you anything. It's up to you. Okay, it's completely up to you whether you have to properly do it or not. So please try to understand it. We are here only to guide you as per our organization policy. We cannot force you, we cannot do anything. We can just our main objective is to give you proper learning on the domain which you have selected, proper hands-on, and this is your responsibility at the end that you are doing it, how diligently you are doing it. If you are not taking interest, and in the last, only you will going to affect. No one else is going to affect. If Shivam is every time Shivam is presenting that thing, doing the thing, definitely he will be rewarded in the last. Also, when any company will come, he will the only one who got the job. So try to understand it.
So I have no sufficient amount of net. That's why I'm using my mobile phone for
No,
meeting call.
yeah, yeah. So, but if are you doing these activities one means at your home, and once you got the
Yes, sir,
time,
I'm doing
are you
my
continu
laptop.
you are continuously doing activity whatever we are uh, giving here.
So Shivam is doing and executing the program. Then I will
Mm-hmm.
also doing.
You also doing at your end, right?
Yes, sir.
So I want the same. I want that everyone should do at their end. Okay. So I suppose everyone is doing at their end. Please say yes, no, anything, something. Or you people just join the call and keep your mobile or laptop in the corner of the table and just roaming here and there, start roaming. You don't need to bother about what is going on in the class, in the session. Again, I am telling this is not your lecture class, this is not your I'm not your professor. This is not your college class. Here, our main objective is to give you learning, and it's up to you how much you can gain from us. If you don't want to gain anything, you will not get anything. If you want to gain maximum, you will get definitely maximum out of it. And whatever you will gain from here, it will going to help you in your in future in getting a good job. So please be active, take active participation here. We cannot force you to do this and that. It's not come under our scope. We can only guide you, and this is how even we are actually told to guide you. Otherwise, in many internship, employees will not consider interns anything. They don't bother. They don't bother about interns. They just only in morning give the task and ask the interns to do it. They are not going to guide you anything, how to do, what to do, nothing happen. So please, if someone is guiding you, someone is helping you, so take as much learning as possible. I think Shivam, no one is ready to present the screen, so please you start sharing your screen. And from tomorrow, if I ask anyone to share your screen, you have to share your screen. Otherwise, you would not be allowed in the call because it is for your betterment. I am not getting anything from this. So please be prepared for that. Get ready for that. You have a Visual Studio Code, and you just need to open the W3 school website and just like a presentation. I hope everyone has given presentation in your colleges at least one time in it in college. So it is similar to that.
Yes, sir.
Even here, one good thing is that you need not to present physically. Okay, we are all connected virtually, but we are live. We can listen everyone. We can talk to each other. We can discuss the thing. If any issue come, we can brainstorm on that, and we can find out the solution of that. This is the beauty of this. Okay, no one is going to say something that why you have not done this or how you are doing this. The result is not coming good. Here we all to resolve the issue only and learn on that, learn from that. So just get ready from tomorrow. I want everyone active participation. You need not to do anything. If you are facing any issue, please let me know. I will resolve it. Anything, any hesitation, or your code is not working, or you have not installed anything, you have not configured your Visual Studio Code, or you have not configured your libraries for machine learning, whatever, any issue, just until and unless you will not tell me how would I able to resolve the issue. So please, I don't want this kind of behavior from tomorrow. Everyone get ready. If I ask someone to present it, you have to present it. If you are facing an issue, an internet issue or something, let me know. But this issue I surely will come once in a day, once in a time. Every time it will not work. If such kind of issues will come every day, then you need to fix that issue at your end. If everyone, every time I have to give lecture like this, what is the difference between your college lecturer and from us? I am here in the corporate. I'm sitting here. I have a 15 years of experience, in the corporate. That is why I'm guiding you. You all are my small brothers, sisters, my friends. Okay. So take something from this internship.
Yes, sir.
It is good for you. Okay. So Shivam, please go ahead from tomorrow. Everyone get ready. Every time Shivam
Yes.
is not only going to give why I'm doing this because I can also present myself and give explain these things. But in that case, what happened? Active participation, you will lose your active participation, and I want that. Okay, fine. Shivam, let's start. Please
Cross
go ahead.
validation. When adjusting models, we are aiming to increase overall model performance on unseen data. Hyperparameter tuning can lead to much better performance on test sets. However, optimizing parameters to the datasets can lead information leakage, causing the model to perform worse or unseen data. To correct for this, we can perform cross validation. To better understand this cross validation, we will be performing different methods on the iris datasets. Let us first load in and separate the data. So to load, you import the datasets and load iris method. There are many methods to cross validation. We will start by looking at k-fold cross validation. K-fold. The training data used in the model is split into k number of smaller sets to be used to validate the model. The model is then trained by k minus 1 folds on training set. The remaining fold is then used as a validation set to evaluate the model. As we will be trying to classify different species of iris flowers, we will be need to import a classifier model. For this exercise, we will be using a decision tree classifier. We will also need to import CV module from skitlearn. So here we will from skitlearn model prediction, we have imported the k-fold and cross validation modules. With the data loaded, we can now create and fit the model for evaluation. So decision try classifier in the random state, we put a value. Now let's evaluate our model and see how it performs on each k-fold. So let's run k-fold validation. So our value is cross validation score is 1 and 0.8, 0.9, 0.8 again. So average cross validation score is 0.91 and number of cross validation score used in average is 5. So here we use 5 data sets. So number of splits was 5. So number of cross validation was score while used in average was 5. Stratifier k-fold. In cases where classes are imbalanced, we need a way to count for the imbalance in both the train and validation sets. To do so, we can stratify the target classes, meaning that both sets will have an equal proportion of the class of all classes. So let's check. So again, we can see the result. Cross validation score. Average CV score is 0.95. Here it was 0.91. And CV score average was 5. While the number of folds is the same, the average CV increases from the basic K fold and making sure there is stratified classes. Leave one out instead of selecting the number of splits in the training datasets like the k-fold leave one out, utilize one observation to validate and n minus one observation to train. This method is exhaustive technique. So run leave one out cross validation. So here we are using cross validation as LOO, which means leave one out. So here we get our output. Average CV score is 0.94 and number of CV score used in the average is 150. We can observe that the number of cross-validation score performed is equal to the number of observation in the dataset. In this case, there are 150 observation in the iris datasets. So the average CV score is 94%. leave P out. Leave P out is simply a nuanced defense to the leave one out idea, in that we can select the number of P in to use in our validation set. So let's check it. Yes. So here we can see our score. Cross validation score is 1.111 dot till 1. The average CB score is 0.938, and the number of CB score used in average is 11,175. Next is shuffle split. Unlike k-fold, shuffle split leaves out a percentage of the data not to be used in the train or validation set. To do so, we must decide what the train and test size are, as well as the number of splits. So run shuffle split from cross validation. So here we use the number of CB scores, average as 5, where the CB score is 0.94. Cross validation score is this. AUC and ROC curve. In classification, there are many different evaluation metrics. The most popular is accuracy, which measures how often the model is correct. This is a great metric because it is easy to understand, and getting the most correct cases in is often desired. There are some cases where you might consider using another evaluation metric. Another common metric is AUC, area under the receiver operation characteristic. ROC curve, the receiver operating characteristics curve, plot the true positive rate versus the false positive rate at a different classification threshold. The thresholds are different probability cutoffs that separate the two classes in binary classification. It uses probability to tell us how well a model separates the class. Imbalanced data. Suppose we have an imbalanced data set where the majority of our data is of one value, can obtain high accuracy of the model by predicting the majority class. Check out the data. We get the accuracy score as 0.95. So the confusion matrix is drawn here. The class 0 accuracy is 0, and class 1 accuracy is 1, means 100%. Although we obtain a very high accuracy, the model provided no information about the data, so it is not useful. We accurately predict class 1 100% of the time, while inaccurately predict class 0 as 0% of the time. At the expense of accuracy, we might be better. It might be better to have a model that can somewhat separate the two classes. So this is the example here. So here it has differentiated the data. Now the accuracy score is 0.71. Confusion matrix is drawn here. Class 0 accuracy is 0.694 and class 1 accuracy is 0.7164. For the second set of prediction, we do not have a high of an accuracy score as the first, but the accuracy for each class is more balanced. Using accuracy as an evaluation metric, we could rate the first model higher than the second, even though it doesn't tell us anything about the data. In cases like this, we using another evaluation metric like AUC could be preferred. So here we will just plot the diagram. Let me show you the diagram. So here we can see the diagram, basically the graph. So model 1 AUC score is 0.5. So for model 2, we can see the diagram like this. I'll show you. So we can see our output here. AUC score of around 0.5 would mean that the model is unable to make a distinction between the two classes, and the curve would look like a line with a slope of 1. An AUC score closer to 1 means that the model has the ability to separate the two classes, and the curve would come closer to the top left corner of the graph. Probabilities. Because AUC is a metric that utilizes probability of the class prediction, we can be more confident in a model that has a higher AUC score than one with a lower score, even if they have similar accuracy. In the data below, we have two sets of probability from hypothetical model. The first has probability that are not as confident when predicting two classes. The second has probability that are more confident when predicting the two classes. So, uh, So we can see our output here. Model 1 accuracy score is 0.74. Model 2 accuracy is 0.75. Model 3 accuracy is 0.77. Model 1 accuracy score AUC score is 0.77, and model 2 AUC score is 0.86. So here is a plot model 1. So its curve will be like this. And for plot model 2, the curve will be like this. Let me show you. So we can see the graph. Even though the accuracy for the two models are similar, the model with a higher AUC score will be more reliable because it takes into account the predicted probability. It is more likely to give you higher accuracy when predicting the future data. K nearest neighbors. KNN is a simple supervised machine learning algorithm that can be used for classification or regression tasks and is also frequently used in missing value imputation. It is based on the idea that the observation closest to a given data point are the most similar observation in a dataset, and we can therefore classify unforeseen points based on the values of the closest existing point. By choosing k, the value can select the number of nearby observation to use in the algorithm. Here we will show you how to implement the KNN algorithm for classification and show how different values of k affect the result. So how does it work? K is the number of nearest neighbors to use. For classification, a majority vote is used to determine which class new observation should fall into. Larger values of k are often more robust to outliers and produce more stable decision boundaries than very small values. Start by visualizing some data points. So when we will plot this data, we will get the scatter plot graph. Get the scatter graph here. Now we fit the KNN algorithm to k is equals to 1. So from sklearn neighbors, we have import the k neighbor classifier and set its neighbors is equals to 1. So let's check for it. The data from neighbors. So again, we are getting an image here. So let's remove it. So we get the output as new point comma class with 0, which is similarly like this. Now we can do the same thing, but with a higher k value, which changes the prediction. Let's run this example. So you can see the output here, new point where class is equals to 1. For the module you need, so we need the matplotlib and sklearn. So we have imported it and imported the k neighbor classifier module, created arrays that resemble variable in a dataset. We have two input feature x and y, and then a target class. The input features that are pre-labeled with our target class will be used to predict the class of new data. Note that while we only use the two input feature here, this method will work with the number of variables. So turn the input feature into a set of points. So using the input feature and target class, we fit a KNN model on the model using one nearest neighbor. So where we use and neighbors is equals to one. And we call then we can use the same KNN object to predict the class of a new unforeseen data point. First, we create new x and y features, and then call knn.predict method on the new data point to get a class of 0 or 1. So we get our output as 0. Yes. This is just the explanation. Basically, we have covered machine learning part also.
Thank you, Shivam, for this wonderful presentation. So we have to start that math essential, but anyone has decided who will give the presentation, who will work next on it, because Shivam will not going to present. He's already presenting it from last 2 hours. Please decide anyone of you who present it. Otherwise, I will suspend the class. I will not continue. I'm not asking you to prepare any presentation on PPT or something like that. You need to only just share your screen and speak up, nothing else. And it's a very important topic, and you will definitely have an interest on it. Who will going to speak? Who will going to present it? Okay, no one is speaking, no one is listening, no one is saying anything. I think there is only one person,
Yes, sir.
only Shivam. Ankita, can you able to present it? I mean, speak it
Yes, sir.
on it. You can. Are you able to share the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, share it.
Okay.
On daily, I need someone, new person, new student who present the screen. Otherwise, the class would not extend beyond 1 hour. After 1 hour, I will suspend the class because I want everyone active participation. There is no rocket science here. We are going to teach you. It's a basic thing, and I'm not going to ask you to, prepare any PPT for this. Only you need to go on the website and start presenting it. That is all, and it is very simple. There is any doubt in the concept, in the logic, we are here to discuss it and work on it. Uh, Please, Ankita, share your screen. Ankita, are you sharing screen? Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. Okay, okay. You are on mobile, huh?
Yes, sir.
So do one thing. Are you able to manage this?
Yes, sir, I can.
Or what we can do, Shivam, you just share the screen and Ankita then Ankita can present it. Is it is it okay? because it is, I think,
Yes, yes.
it is not manageable to, share the screen through mobile and work on it. Shivam, can you share your screen?
Yes, sir.
I think Shivam is not there.
Yes, sir. I have shared the screen. Hello.
Yes, yes, Shivam, you are audible. Ankita, screen is visible
Yes,
to
sir.
you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Shivam, just scroll accordingly what Ankita is when speaking accordingly, scroll the screen. So, Ankita, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. ML mathematics. The main branches of mathematics involved in machine learning are linear functions, linear graphics, linear algebra, probability, statistics. Machine learning mathematics. Behind every ML success, there is a mathematics. All ML models are constructed using solutions and ideas from math. The purpose of ML is to create models for understanding thinking. If you want to ML career, data scientist, machine learning engineering, robot scientist, data analyst, natural language expert, deep learning scientist, you should focus on the mathematic concept described here. Now, linear functions. Linear means
Also,
straight.
just a minute, Ankita. Shivam, also execute the code once it comes, okay, at your end. Ankita is not able to
Okay,
do
sir.
that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, please go ahead, Ankita.
Okay, sir. Linear means straight. A linear function is a straight line. A linear graph represents linear functions. Please scroll down.
Yes, I have scrolled it.
Graphics. Graphics plays an important role in maths. Graphics plays an important role in statics also. Graphics plays an important role in machine learning. Now linear algebra. Linear algebra is the bedrock of data science. Knowing linear algebra boosts your ability to understand data science algorithms. Now probability. Probability is how likely something is to occur or how likely something is true. I have six balls in a bag, and three reds, two are green, and one is blue. Blindfolded, what is the probability that I pick a green one? Number of ways it can happen are two. There are two greens. Number of outcomes are six. There are six balls. The probability of two out of six is two out of six. Probability equals to based upon outcomes. Now statistics. Statistics is about how to collect, analyze, interpret, and present data. Statistics works the question like what is the most common, what is the most expected, and then what is the most normal. This is the graph of standard deviation. Now linear function. Linear function means linear straight. A linear function is a straight line, and a linear graph represents linear function. Linear functions is a special relationship where each input has an output. A function is often written as f of x, where x is the input. Now these are the values given of x and y. We have to plotting the values of x and y is equals to 2x. Now linear equations. A linear equation is an equation for a straight line. Y equals to x, y equals to x into 2, y equals to x into 2 plus 7. These are the equations of linear equations. Now non-linear equations. A linear equation cannot contain exponents or square roots, like y equals to x into x square. Linear
Uh,
regression.
Basically, this is x square. Yeah, y is equals to x square.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Y equals to x square. Non-linear means a linear equation can contain square roots. Linear regression. A linear regression tries to model the relationship between two variables by fitting a linear graph to data. One variable of x is considered to be data, and other y is considered to be dependent. For example, a linear regression can be modeled to relate the price of houses to their size. Linear least squares. Linear algebra is used to solve the linear equations. Linear least squares is a set of formulations for solving statistical problems involved in linear regression. Now, linear algebra. Machine learning experts cannot live without linear algebra. ML make heavy use of scalars, ML make heavy use of vectors, and ML make heavy use of matrices, and ML make heavy use of tensors. The purpose of this chapter is to highlight the parts of linear algebra that is used in data science projects like machine learning and deep learning. This is the scalar, and this is the vector, and this is the matrix, and this is the tensor. How we write a scalar, how we write vectors, how we write matrix, how we write tensor. Vectors and matrices. Vectors and matrices are the languages of data. With ML, most things are done with vectors and matrices. With vectors or matrices, you can discover secrets. Scalars. In linear algebra, scalars is a single number. In JavaScript, it can be written like a constant or a variable. Now, vectors. In linear algebra, a vector is an array of numbers. In JavaScript, it can be written as an array. An array can have multiple dimensions, but a vector is a one-dimensional array. A vector can be written in many ways. The most common are equals to 1, 2, 3 bracket is row wise and it is column wise. The image to the left is a vector. The length shows magnitude. The arrow shows the direction. Matrices. In linear algebra, a matrix is a two-dimensional array. This is the example in JavaScript. A matrix is typically represented as a two-dimensional array, meaning an array of arrays. Each inner array represents a row. Each elements within those rows array represents a column. This is an example of matrix. Now tensor. A tensor is a n-dimensional matrix. That is the example of tensor. In JavaScript, a tensor is an array with multiple indices. Indexes. Linear algebra is a branch of mathematics that converses linear equations, spaces, and through matrices. Linear algebra is the central to almost all areas of mathematics. Now, vectors. Vectors are one-dimensional array. Vectors have magnitude and direction. Vectors typically describe motion and forces. Vector notation. Vectors can be written in many ways. The most common are we equals to 1, 2, 3, and this is row wise, this is the column wise. Vector in geometry. The image to the left is a vector. The length shows the magnitude, and the arrow shows the direction. Motion. Vectors are the building blocks of motion in geometry. A vector can be described a movement of from one point to another. The vector 3 to please go, 3 right and 2 up. Vector addition. The sum of two vectors The sum of two vectors is found by moving the vector b until the tall meets the head of vector a. This does not changes vector b. Then the line from the tall of a to the head of b is the vector a plus b. Now vector subtraction. Vector minus a is the opposite of vector plus a. This means that a vector and a vector a minus has the same magnitude in opposite direction. Now scalar operations. Vectors can be modified by adding, subtracting, or multiplying a scalar number from all the vectors values. A equals to 1, 1, 1. A plus 1 equals to 2, 2, 2. We have adding 1 in every number. Now 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Vector multiplications has much of the same properties as normal multiplication. 2, 2, 2 into 3. Now we multiplying the every number, and here 6, 6, 6 is divided by 3. Then we have divided all the numbers by 3. Now force. Force is a vector. Force is a vector which with a magnitude and direction. Now velocity. Velocity is a vector. Velocity is a vector with magnitude and a direction. Matrices. A matrix is a set of numbers. A matrix is a rectangular array. A matrix is arranged in rows and columns. Matrix dimensions. This matrix has one row and three columns. This is the example Yet it have one row and three columns. The dimension of matrix is 1 by 3. This matrix has two rows and three columns. Now square matrix. A square matrix is a matrix with the same number of rows and columns. An n by n matrix is known as square matrix of order n. A 2 by 2 matrix, square matrix of order 2. A 4 by 4 square matrix of order 4. Now diagonal matrices. The diagonal matrix has value on the diagonal entries and zero on the rest. In the diagonal matrix, uh, diagonal elements are non-zero and the rest are zero. Now scalar matrices. A scalar matrix has equal diagonal entries and zero on the rest. The identity matrix. The identity matrix has 1 on the diagonal and the 0 on the rest. This is the matrix equivalent of 1. The symbol is X. If you multiply any matrix with the identity matrix, the result equals the original. Now the zero matrix, null matrix has only zeros. In the equal matrices, the matrices are equal if each element correspond. Now the linear algebra in JavaScript. In linear algebra, the most simple math object is the scalar. Another simple math object is the array. Constant scalar is equals to 1. Constant array equals to 1, 2, 3. Matrices are two-dimensional arrays. Vectors can be written as matrices with only one column. Matrix can also be written as
Shivam, are you not executing this code? Hello, Shivam?
Sir, I haven't seen anything to execute like this. Like here, it's just
Okay.
basically saying that it is an array. Here, it is saying that it is an matrix.
Okay.
I can just draw what is the diagonal.
हाँ
How
एक
can we
मिनट
draw
रुको.
the diagonal matrix? I can show it, but if it is necessary, then
Fine, fine. Okay. Please continue.
okay. Now JavaScript matrix operations. Programming matrix operation in JavaScript can easily become a spaghetti of loops. Using a JavaScript library will save you a lot of headache. One of the most common libraries used to matrix operations is called math.js. It can be added on your web page with one of line of code using math.js. Now adding matrices. If two matrices have the same dimensions, we can add them. Like equal number of rows and equal number of columns in two matrices, we can add them. Example is given.
Shivam, we cannot hear anything from your end. Please unmute.
Sir,
Yes, now you're audible. You can explain the code, Shivam.
yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm not getting in this way. Let me try in another way.
Okay, what you are executing? What is the
Sir,
logic here?
I'm just executing the matrix
Matrix,
addition.
matrix
Yes, sir.
addition.
Yes, sir. So this is the output.
Okay.
Basically, I am importing the NumPy module for addition of arrays. So here we have created an array name A using the NumPy module, and here we have written an array B, and we are just trying to add the array and produce the result. So we get the output as 5, 8, 5, 7, 10, 12, and 14, 14, 10. So it is just adding 1 and 4, 6 and 2, 3 and 2. Similarly, like this, we get out this output.
Can we do multiplication of matrix in the same way?
Yes, sir.
Instead of yes, try to execute.
Yes, sir. It is executing 4 into 1 is 4, 6 into 2 is
12.
12, 3 into 2 is 6, and
Fine,
like
fine.
this.
Got it. So, where is Ankita?
Yes,
Is
sir.
there another example need to execute? Subtraction. So it is the same, like we need to just change the operations there. It will work in the same way.
So here we get
Yes,
the
yes,
subtracted value.
yes, yes.
As we have subtracted a minus this, so 1 minus 4 is minus 3 there. So we get output.
Fine. Okay, fine. So what we can do, we have covered matrix and we have pending with tensor now, right? Tensors. How much we have covered till where?
Some matrices from tell subtraction matrices.
Sir, subtraction of matrix, I have shown you, but
Mm-hmm.
scalar multiplication is also there, and
Okay.
transpose is basic matrix we have learned, and then matrix factorization, and then we
What
move
will
to
come after
tensor.
tensor? Okay, fine.
Yes.
What we can do, we can we we will we perform this activity in evening class. Okay, evening session. So
Okay, sir.
for now we are good here, and I think we can wrap up this call. And again,
Sir,
I'm yes, 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 Shiva.
so can we get assigned by our task today? Week 1 task, that mini
Week
project.
one. Yes, let me check. I'm sharing my screen. So as you can see, this involve a basic data analysis on CSV dataset. And before that, we have to learn. We have already learned NumPy, Panda, and but math essential is required. So
Sir, we have
uh,
learned about probability and statistics in machine learning also, and that's
Yes,
linear
sir.
algebra.
okay, okay. In ML, we have learned. Okay, fine. So fine. What I will do, I will assign project today before evening class in the WhatsApp group. I'll assign one mini project, and you have to perform this. How you want to perform this group wise or individually? It will be a small project, kind
Sir, if it is small, then it will be better to do it
individual.
individually. Yes, sir.
Because we don't have much strength also, so we can do it individually. I will what I'll do I'll share one document with you before the evening class. Um, so it will have a information about
So we
the
can make
that mini
two
project.
students of group.
Yes, yes, we can make that also. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a seven participant here, students. Hello, Shivam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So, what Ankita is saying that she want to perform this in a group. And what about
So
you? You
whatever
want
you
to do
want
it
to.
individual? First of all, what I see, most of the many people are not understanding the basics. First of all, so they even not responding in the calls. So
Yes,
you
sir.
tell how you wanted to be perform this in a group or in individual. I think if we do individual, I think no, those who are not inter actively participating, they will not do it. So I am suggesting to perform this in a group. Okay, so make a group of yourself uh, as per your
Some
convenience.
of,
And okay,
Okay, sir. Okay,
so
sir.
I think it's
Okay,
better
sir.
to perform this in a group.
Okay, sir.
So prepare make a group right now here and put that group detail in the chat. Just now, you can decide who want to be in which group.
so we are deciding, or you.
Uh, if you know, means if you are know each other and you can think that you can decide yourself, so it will be okay. Otherwise, I will decide. No issue in that. That means, but thing is that if we are preparing a group, in a group, both person have to participate in the preparation of the project. Okay, it is not like
Yes,
that
sir.
only one person is doing. Both the person contribution is required. Okay, fine.
Yes.
I'm preparing the group. First group is Aditya Pal and Gauri Shankar. Second, Aditya Singh and Akash Singh. Fine. Someone let me let me note it down.
Sir, can I make my team with Ashish?
That is what I'm saying. Now, if you know someone better, you can make a list, make a group with that. So first, Shivam with Ashish.
Yes, sir.
Is it Shivam Singh and Ashish Ashish Singh, right?
Yes, sir.
Second, Aditya Pal and Gauri Shankar. Is it fine with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem.
Aditya Pal. But but you both have joined late. So is the all concepts are clear, or shall I attach you from someone who is joined from
No,
the
no, sir.
starting?
No, sir. No, sir. We can do it.
You can do it.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Aditya Pal and Gauri Shankar. Third, Ankita, to whom you want to make a group? Ankita Singh.
Yes, sir.
To whom you want you in a group? We have left with Aditya Pal, Aditya Singh. We have Aditya Singh, Akash Singh. Yes, Aditya and Akash. Two persons are there. Or do one thing. Are you able to handle it individually, Ankita?
So don't know. but I can.
Okay,
I
what I
can.
can do, Aditya Singh, Akash Singh, and Ankita Singh, I am merge. I am making group of you three. Okay.
Okay, sir, no
So two,
problem.
so the two
Sir,
persons are
Pratik is
also
also there.
Nishu. So Nishu, Pratik, and Ayush Rao are also.
Okay. They are missing. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
That is the issue now. People are not staying in the call. I need to check.
Yes, sir.
Let me check. Please. Just not work. Ankita Singh and that just what are her name? Nishu Gautam. Is it fine?
Okay, no issues.
And what who are left then?
Ayush Rao and Pratik.
Ayush Rao and
Pratik.
Pratik Yadav. Okay,
Sir, I am
fine.
also left.
Who is this?
Adit Singh, sir.
Aditya Singh. Yadav. Aditya Singh, you left?
Yes, sir.
Aditya Singh. Anyone else left? Shivam, Ashish, Aditya Pal, Gauri Shankar, Ankita Singh, Nishu Gautam, Ayush Rao, Pratik, Aditya. I think Aditya, you only left, right? You are the single
Yes,
one.
sir.
Sir, I can join with
So,
Adit Singh.
Aditya Singh? No.
Yes,
Who
sir.
is saying? Who is
Sir,
saying?
Nishu Gautam and Pratik Yadav.
Nishu Gautam and Pratik Yadav. Nishu Gautam already
Yes.
with you, na Ankita?
सर मुझे थोड़ा सा आइडिया कम है तो मुझे सर कोई ऐसा बच्चा चाहिए जो थोड़ी मेरी हेल्प कर सके.
So you tell, आप किसके साथ फिर
Sir,
ज्वाइन
Akash
करोगे?
Singh with Adit Singh.
Adit Aditya Singh with whom?
Akash Singh.
Akash Singh.
Yes, sir.
Akash Singh. Akash, you have joined. When you have joined, you are not in the list. You are not in the call. When you joined, Akash?
Actually,
Sorry,
from today onwards.
from today only. You are from. Okay. Let me add the detail of your Akash. You are from which college?
Yes, IT.
Yes, IT. From IT or CSE branch?
CSE.
Which
Sir,
branch?
I am also
CSE.
pay from PSIT.
CSE.
I am also from, sir.
Tell me the name. Other one. Gauri Shankar is from PSIT, right?
Yes, sir. Gauri Shankar.
CSE branch, IT branch,
DS, data science.
data science. Okay. And who is next from PSIT? Aditya Pal, right?
Yeah, Aditya Pal.
Aditya Pal. And he is from which branch? Aditya?
Data science. DS.
Yes, yes.
Hello, sir.
Sir, my name has ER in the ending is it's ER, not AR.
Sir, I am also from
My
PSIT.
Who is?
Sir, I am Adit Singh. I am from also
You,
PSIT. Yes,
okay, you
sir.
are from PSIT.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Branch is CSDS.
CSDS. Whole spelling is SHNKAR.
Shankar.
आकाश सिंह सर
ER
केवल
ER
सिंगल
at the
E,
ending, sir. ER, yes, sir.
okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else left?
सर आकाश सिंह में सिंगल ए है ओनली वन है हेलो सर
Yes. Let me. No,
आकाश सिंह में सर
I'm
सिंगल ए है
Akash and Singhal.
ऐसा ब्रांच सर सी एस डी एस
Yes, CSDS. All done. These are the all students, right?
Yes, sir.
So we have left with
So I chatted with Shivam Singh and Ashish Singh.
okay. Um, Ankita.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ankita Singh. Anyone else left? Shivam. There is a one group with Shivam, Ashish, and Ankita. Another is Aditya, Pal, and Gauri. And then, sorry, Ankita Singh is with. The Nishu is left. Anyone is left? Let me check. Shivam Singh. Shivam Singh is done. Ashish Singh. Ashish Singh. Ankita Singh. Aditya Pal. Gauri Shankar. Nishu. Ayush Rao. Pratik Yadav. Pratik Yadav. Aditya Singh. Akash Singh. Everyone is done. Okay. Fine. So these are the group. Okay. So there are five group basically. So these are the five group and we have covered everyone.
Sir, in group 3, Nishu is alone. So put her in group 4. I think it would be
Issues
okay.
alone. Okay. Fine. Nishu would like to join which group? Nishu is online. I'm in the call. Nishu,
सर
are
प्रतीक
you
यादव
Pratik Yadav group? think there are one extra actually. We can make one more group, but it's okay if you want people, 3 people, no issue in that. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 group now. First group is Shivam Singh, Ashish Singh, and Ankita Singh. Second is Aditya Pal, Gauri Shankar. Third is Ayush Rao, Pratik Yadav, and Nishu Gautam. And fourth group is Aditya Singh and Akash Singh. Fine. So all of you are covered, right? No one left right now. Okay. So fine. We will send the project information in the group, and accordingly, each group can take one project and start work on it. So you have to submit it by this week. Is it okay for all?
Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
Then we will connect in evening session. So please be on time. Uh, by 4 p.m. We will connect again, and then we will take this ahead. Okay. So thank you all for joining. We will meet in evening session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.